Yokoso, Japanese Quest. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today, the journey continues. Today we'll find more new words we can add up here. Then our power level will go up down here. Our first words we learned, we can see the colors down here. So anyone joining can see some words and hopefully have their power level go up in Japanese today. So everyone in chat, Callie, Dark, Win, Tebi, Minna. Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. Let's go. I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do on this channel, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. We learn Japanese in context of the game. We break it down. We see how the words fit together. We learn some new words. For example, here's what we're doing next in the game. This game, Dragon Quest XI, is quite handy. They give you this adventure guide. Boken Gaido. Boken's the key word. Means adventure. That's what we're doing. Okay, so what we're doing, Saigo no Toride no O. We're gonna see the king. So we see the O, the king here. So let's go to the king's tent. That's the plan. So deru kararo ni ai ni iko. So go and find the king of, I think they called it Dundrasil, I want to say in English, but in Japanese you can see it's deru kararu. Sa. Ikimashou. I think it should be through here. We got a new party member. Yokoso. Welcome. What? I thought this is a door here. Is that not a door? I'm completely wrong and it's not a door? Wait, what's going on right now? I think it's a door. It's hard to tell. Is it a door? Is it a wall? Ah, Yumi. Konnichiwa. Good to see you. Okay. So now we can see the tent on the map. O no tento. O no tento. Tent of the king. And I think we heard those banners might be there. So some of these banners must mark where the king is. Konnichiwa. I think up here is where we need to go. Dore? Omachi shite orimashita, Yusha-sama. So we've been waiting for you. Hero. So this is what we are in the game. Same word you see in Legend of Zelda. The hero. The Yusha. So kochira wa deru kararu o no tento. This is the tent of the king. I think we can see him back there. Let's go. Okay. So I think he's ready to meet us. Gil, konnichiwa. Here we go. So you were okay. Good word here. Buji, to be safe, to be okay. This word we've probably learned before, but if there are new words, we can put those new words up here, and today we can see our power level go up. Let's have a goal for sometime soon getting up to power level 3000. We're almost there. You can see we're right now at 2953. You can see that down here. Let's try to get up to 3000, which would be a new awesome benchmark. Alright, let's do it.
わしは長いこと恐ろしい夢を見ておったようだ。そなたが生まれたあの日から。
Okay. So, washi wa nagai koto. So, nagai means long. So, for a long time, I had a very bad dream. So, yume is dream. Not just any dream though. Osoroshii yume. A bad dream. So I had this bad dream. So from that day that you were born. Umareta ano hikara. So from that day, I've had a bad dream. Probably because he was taken over by the Dark One, Morrigan. Like, possessed him since that day, I believe. Ah, Usagi, konnichiwa.
わしの所業は聞いた。何も思い出せぬが、民にもそなたにも本当に申し訳ないことをした。
So I heard what I did. I can't remember anything, but to you and to the people, 本当に申し訳ないことをした. So yeah, I did something unforgivable to you and the people. Because he locked us up, and the people, who knows everything to them.
許してくれとは言わん。この業は民たちを守ることで返していくつもりだ。
Interesting. So at first I was thinking he was saying, forgive me. 許してくれ. Because that's what that means. So please forgive me. But then he says, とは言わん. So I'm not going to say forgive me. It's beyond that. この業は, so this crime, the way I'll make up for it is by protecting the people. 民たちを守る. So I will protect them, and by doing that, 守ることで, so by protecting the people, 返していくつもり. I will make up for that crime.
そなたは大樹での出来事を覚えておるか?
Ah, Onyx Dad, you've returned from Hawaii. Ah, おはようございます. Good to see you. How was Hawaii? So do you remember what happened at the Great Tree? So Dekigoto, it's like an incident. Do you remember it? And let's see if we can add some new words. Let's show how we do that. Let's go to the power up screen, and you can look at the dictionary. Dekigoto. So an incident, an affair, a happening. So do you remember what happened up there at the Tree of Life? And I think we do. So let's copy it. And that's a new word. We've now powered up with the power of incident. This incident that happened, what happened was, basically, we all lost. The world was destroyed. So yeah, not so good. Onyx Dad says, Hawaii was great. Good to hear. Yeah, I'd like to go there sometime soon. I've gone there a few times on the way to Japan. Sometimes you have a layover. You can get some time at the beach. I've done that a few times. Stan has summoned a dragon. Subscribe, arigato. Thank you very much for the dragon. Bringing hype to Japanese learning on Twitch. Betrothed says, I remember the happening at the World Tree. Yeah, Betrothed is okay with that because you're a fan of Morrigan. And yeah, to be fair, he had a good look. I'm not gonna lie.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising, Nappa. Thank you for asking. Currently, power level is, look at the bottom, at the top left. New words here. Dekigoto, a happening, an affair. 2954. Let's make that go up. Kelly and Kanji says, we were reminiscing last week with your... Yeah, I modified that title and used it last week. I said the best part of waking up is new vocab in your cup. So we did use that as a title last week. Although that stream, we had some technical issues, but turned out okay in the end. So yeah, thanks for that. Alright. So do you remember what happened? We do. The world was kind of destroyed. Do we remember? I don't know. Do we? I guess you can answer better than me. Do we remember what happened at the World Tree? We can say, "Hi, we do remember," or we can say, "Yeah, we do not," because we probably don't remember everything. All we know is that everyone got split up, something bad happened. I guess there's a lot we don't know. So what do you think? Do we remember? We can say, "Hi, yes," or we can say, "Yeah, we do not remember." The key noun, dekigoto, the event that happened at the Great Tree, and the key verb, oboeru. So do you remember what happened? You can vote here. Want to vote in chat? We can say "Hi" for we remember it, or "Ie," we did not. Kit says, "I remember nothing because I wasn't here. I imagine it's a recap." If no. So we're saying "Ie" means no, I remember. So we got another no. Alright, let's say we don't remember.
そうか。わしは何も思い出せぬのだ。ただ、わしに取り付いていた何者かが抜けていったような。
Alright, so... Yeah, I remember nothing. Tada. Yeah, just someone who's possessing me left. Toritsuku is to be possessed, so he was possessed. And so he was possessed by something. Nanimono. Some person, some force. And that thing that was possessing him, nuku is the verb here. Nuite, or nuketeita. So that thing left. So that's good. No longer possessed. Before, Morrigan was in there with his, what is, six horn situation, isn't it? Something like this. I think this more or less looks like Morrigan. Is that about right? Betrothed? Oh yeah, there's something going on up here too. Roughly. He was possessed.
そして気を失い目が覚めた時にはこの砦に運ばれた後であった。
And then I lost consciousness. Ki o ushinai. The time I woke up again, I was carried here to this fort.
No, 一つだけ聞かせてくれ。我が娘、マルティナは生きておるか。
So I have one thing to ask you. My daughter, Martina, is she still alive? Ikiteoru. Is she still alive? And we do know she's alive because we got to play her, but I think maybe we don't know that. Or we shouldn't know that. But we kind of know that.
そうか。
そうか. Ohio. So I have a report. Here's the word for report.
英雄の帰還です。今回も逃げ遅れていた民を救い出したようです。
So the hero has returned. So konkai mo. So this time too, people who were late running away, he has saved them. Sukuidasu, to save. So it seems like this hero that we keep hearing about is doing a lot of saving.
さて、我らの英雄殿がお帰りか。望まぬことやもしれぬが、そなたもあやつを出迎えてやってくれ。
Okay, the hero's coming. You might not want to, but yeah, could you go out and meet him? I think we can. So I think that probably means north. If we can get around this torch situation. Ah, here we go. Ah, so you lived.
よくぞ戻ったな、グレイグ。して成果は
Okay, so you did well to return. Did you learn anything? Ah, hi everyone. Konnichiwa. Good to see you. Welcome. What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. I'm a Japanese teacher. We learned the word blood a long time ago back on, I think that was Xenoblade 2. At the same time we learned the word for onsen. That one's easy. It's the same in Japanese and English. So yeah, welcome. Make yourself at home. Let's go.
デルカダール城に何やら不穏な動きが。闇に乗じて何かが起きましょう。おいよ。民たちを安全な場所へ。
This guy's voice actor sounds a little familiar. Anyone know this voice actor? Not sure yet, but it sounds a little familiar. Sounds a bit like... Yeah, I don't want to say it because I might be wrong, but... Okay. So in the castle of Dundersill, I think it is, Derukadaru in Japanese. So something strange, some strange movements are happening. So something, yeah, something is happening. So let's take everyone to a safe spot. Ah, konnichiwa. Glad to be part of your live Japanese community. I've just started following your channel. My Japanese level is kind of pre-N5, so pretty low. What would you recommend? Start watching your game streams from the very beginning, or just follow the games which I know or like the most? I say follow the games you want to follow. That's my suggestion. If you want to get a sense of the beginning of Japanese Quest, you could watch the first episode. But I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of streams that we've done. I wouldn't recommend necessarily watching all of them. I probably wouldn't if I were you. So yeah, if you're wanting to play a game or watch a certain game, I'd say watch that one. But especially, I'd say join us live. Live is probably the way to do it. Anzen na basho e. So anzen is safe. Basho is place. So let's take the people to a safe place. This A particle marks, let's bring them to direction. It marks direction, so let's bring them to a safe place. And who are we bringing? Marked with the object, the people. Tami tachi. Yeah, I heard that, Tebby. You've been watching the Breath of the Wild streams, and I heard that you liked what we used to do, kind of looking at a sentence in detail, and actually people in chat would write the sentence too. We could maybe try that again someday, but I've kind of not been doing it just to keep the pace up. And I noticed it would slow down the pace a bit too much sometimes. Sometimes people wouldn't be able to write the sentence, so it kind of depends. But I'm glad you've been enjoying that Breath of the Wild stream. People can check it out on YouTube.
みんな聞け。次期魔物どもが来る。戦いに備えよ。かがり火を焚け。
So everyone, listen, because soon monsters are coming. Kuruzo. He didn't say zo, I did, because I've just heard that a lot. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings. They're coming. So the monsters are coming. Get ready for battle. Let's light some fires. Yeah, that's something to think of. Yeah, that's true. This is quite a long game. Breath of the Wild is quite a long game. In a way, you want to keep up pace. There's a balance of learning and moving the game forward and playing the game. And I'm trying to kind of perfect that balance for our particular Japanese quest. Other people, if they're doing their own channel, they can do it a bit different. But I think I've gotten better at it over time.
悪く思わないでくれ。グレーグほどの男でも、未だこれまでのことを整理できておらん。
So please don't think badly of us. Like, even with General Greg, we haven't been able to deal with everything that's been going on. So in other words, they've been doing all that they could just to survive.
近頃のあやつはまるで己を痛めつけるように戦っておる。わしには見ておれん。
So they've been fighting now as if they just want to hurt us. So doesn't sound like a good situation.
これ以上あやつを一人で戦わせたくはないのだ。頼む。そなたの力を貸してやってくれ。
So yeah, please help us. I can't keep making him fight by himself. Yeah, I think we can help. はい。
今夜の戦いをしのげば勝機は我らにある。準備を整え、砦の外に向かうのじゃ。頼んだぞ。
Okay, tonight's battle. So Konya, tonight Konya no tatakai. So the battle tonight, if we can get through that, Shinogu is to endure, to get through. You found the voice actor for Guregu. Thanks for finding it. Do you know if he in any notable anime? I had some ideas who he might be, but I'm just curious what else he's done. So Shoki wa warida ni aru. So we have a chance to win if we get through the battle tonight. So once you prepare, go to the outside of the fort. Toride no soto. Soto is outside. Toride is fort. And then yeah, go out there. I leave it to you. Yeah, I'm just curious what else that character for General Greg has voiced, because it did sound familiar. I'm not that familiar with different names of Seiyu, but I'm familiar with a lot of their voices. Yokoso! Japanese Festival, welcome. New party member. Let's go. Yeah, it's all good. No rush. I think he'll be around for a little while now. He has quite a bunch of roles on my anime list. Interesting. What are some of his top credits, would you say? Or the most well-known anime? Alright, so I think we're going up here. So a character on Naruto. Interesting. So yeah, I think I was wrong about who I thought it might be. But yeah, quite a bit of popular ones. Cool. But I probably have heard him somewhere, so maybe that's why it's familiar. I would have probably heard him on Naruto and Hunter versus Hunter. Okay, so I think this is probably where we're going. Jay says, this is just in my recommended, and I'm into this immediately. Good to hear. Yeah, just for a quick, up-to-date what Japanese Quest is. I'm a Japanese teacher, normally classroom Japanese, but here we learn from games. Past words we've learned you can see down here. We find new words, those go up here. And the power level thing here, the goal is, of course, over 9,000, which is fluency in a language. We find words from the game, we break them down, we see how they fit together. That's what we do. Let's go. And also just creating a space here. We have a great community. Relax, hang out, kind of have a shared journey and experience, and just talk about Japanese, ask questions if you got questions. People in chat can ask. That's what we're doing. Kit says off topic, but bottom of screens, 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, that's a good word. A lot of compounds like that with kanji, they will use the onyomi reading. Okay, you see, this is what I thought. So I was right about the voice. So that guy is the voice of Kogoro on Detective Conan. and the voice of Kyoto's on One Piece. So, General Greg. Yeah, I've been watching Conan recently, although I'm watching older ones, so it's actually a different voice, because this voice changes, like episode 500 something, I think. But I have watched some recent episodes on TV, and he's the voice of the Tin Soldier in Kyoto's on One Piece. That's what I knew. Okay. So yeah, I was right. Good. I'm glad. His voice is somewhat distinctive, but I haven't heard enough of lines from him yet to be 100%. But I'm glad you did the research, so I was right. Good. Yeah, Conan's a pretty good show. I mean, it's not for everyone. Some people have mentioned it gets kind of repetitive, and some things are strain belief a bit. But overall, it's got a lot of good vocab in there. It's a pretty good show. And it's just really long. Sometimes finding a really long show can be good, because you just get so used to all the vocab, the characters, and the manga is good too. Yeah, I feel like no show really is perfect, but it's pretty good. I used to kind of not have any interest because I thought it was like for kids, because it's like a bunch of little kids in it. But if you see the first episode and understand the setup, kind of like Ace Attorney, it's got some good vocab and situations for different cases and things.
Yo, シンリー、噂は聞いたぜ。大陸の端っこからたった一人で砦にたどり着いたんだって。やるじゃねえか。
So I heard the rumor. 噂は聞いたぜ. So I heard the rumor. You came from the edge of the continent all the way here. やるじゃねえか. So you're pretty good.
腕っぷしは確か、運もあるか。
So you must have skills, and you must also have luck. Luck. 運もある. You have luck. Good word there. And Gary, welcome. New party member. Let's go.
あんたは見どころがありそうだ。ちょっと俺についてきてくれよ。
So it seems like you have promise. You think we have promise? We're the freaking Yusha. We're the hero. So yeah, come with me.
よし、着いたぜ。あんたの持ち場はここだ。今日こそ魔物どもを蹴散らしてやろうぜ。最後の最後まで戦い抜こうな。
Alright, so your place is here until the end. Let's fight these monsters. Let's do it. Konnichiwa. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, Unboxious, you're not wrong. Let's just break up that one word. So Teki means enemy. So we know an enemy is doing something. What are they doing? Here we see the kanji for attacking. So put it together. Tekishu. The enemy is now attacking. And yeah, that could maybe be a new word we add to our power level if someone wants to add it. We could power up with the power of this enemy attack. So where are we in the story? The world's having some challenges right now, and we're fighting some monsters. Let's see how it goes. We're finally joining this character here. So we found out his voice by the same voice actor from some famous anime like One Piece and Naruto and Detective Conan. They are coming, get ready. Yeah, now I can really hear his voice. This sounds very much like that character in One Piece. He was first the Tin Soldier, but then turned into this Kuro's character. If you've seen, I think, the Dressrosa arc, a bit far into One Piece, but good character. So everyone, they're coming, get ready. So kind of similar type of character that he played in One Piece, I guess. This kind of knight, older knight character. He's a specialist for that kind of voice. So, UK, let's go.
Yeah!
Ooh, nice. We see this enemy attack, and we got the word for enemy attack. Tekishu. And the power level has now gone up to 2955. Look at the bottom right. Power level now going up. We'll need it for this battle. Huh, so we got some different battles going on. Let's talk to this guy. Tsuyoi. Tsuyosugiru. So tsuyoi means strong. If you add sugiru and drop the E, it means too strong. So these guys are too strong. We got a raiding party of 16. And we'll need your help because right now we are battling some monsters. We need everyone we can get, so welcome. To Ateso, everyone who came from there. Just so you know, I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. We add new words here. Our power level goes up, and we are on a journey to learn Japanese from games. The goal, of course, over 9,000, which is about what you need for fluency in a language. So yeah, if you want to follow, you can become a party member, and we can continue together on this journey. Power up in the game, power up in Japanese, that's what we do. And yep, here you can see Griffin Sensei, the first party member on Japanese Quest. If you want to become a party member as well, you can follow and join us on this journey. So, Achan, yokoso, Japanese Quest. And so, all of these monsters on this battlefield, they're too strong. So, Dona teki yorimo tsuyoi. Tsuyoi zo. So they're very strong. Here's the key adjective here. Tsuyoi. Tsuyoi. Tsuyosugiru. They're strong, they're too strong. Again, sugiru means too much. They are too strong. Kid says, I don't even know if I know 9,000 words in English. Trust me, if you're a native speaker of English, you probably do. Ah. Ateso, konnichiwa. So, I did change. We have a new ability in chat. We can shout out people. So let's test it for the first time ever. I think we can do, if you do like a command, exclamation point, shout out, and you like write their name. Let's do a shout out for Ateso, because I believe you also learn Japanese and teach Japanese on your channel. So check them out, follow them. Can someone try to do the shout out command? I'm not sure if it works. Let's see if it works. I think it's exclamation point, shout out. Yeah, good question by Jay. What is Teki? So Teki is like an enemy. So more than any enemy, they are strong. Ooh, yes, the shout out did work. Thank you, Ateso. So check out Ateso at this, and click on that. They were last playing Just Chatting. Sounds like a fun game, Just Chatting. Yep, you can shout out yourself. So yeah, check out Ateso right there. Follow them. We like to follow, level up all Japanese learners, Japanese teachers. Here, we do both. Let's go. So yep, Dona teki yorimo tsuyoi. They're stronger than any other enemy. So these enemies seem especially strong. Kind of an interesting comment here about what it means to be a soldier as a warrior. So as a warrior, so sensei, senshi ni totte. I said sensei, thinking about Japanese teaching, but no. So as a warrior, ichiban no ayamachi wa, so the greatest mistake you can make as a warrior. This word here, ayamachi, means mistake, and then ichiban means number one, so number one mistake you can make. Nigeru koto de wa nai, is not running away. Welcome, welcome. So nigeru means to run away. So the number one mistake is not running away. The number one mistake is Jibun no chikara o miyayamaru koto. So the number one mistake is actually misjudging your own strength, misjudging your own power. Chikara means strength or power, and this verb here might be new. Miyayamaru. So ayamaru means to make a mistake, and then mi is to look. So to look and to misjudge basically your own power. That's the greatest mistake you can make. Yeah, that sounds pretty wise actually. So that's why this guy is kind of hanging back. Maybe even running away if you need to. Sometimes you need to. So fighting these monsters, there's just nothing we can really do. It's too early for you to go to this battlefield. So if you go to the east, Higashi no Dokutsu. If you go to the monsters in the east cave, Dokutsu, very useful word in games. The word for cave can be very tricky. If you look it up in a dictionary, there's so many words for cave. This is the one you want though. Dokutsu, cave. They're a little bit weaker there, so fight them. You can get a bit stronger, get used to it, fight them there. Let's do it. Yeah, you know, that's a good question. And it would help if I kind of saw it in context, so maybe I'll see it if I see it. But in chat, if someone writes down, they can maybe help you answer in chat too. But roughly, when you say something no koto, it's something about something. So you're talking about something kind of more generally. That's roughly what it does. Alright, so we're talking about east. He said east, so that would be kind of this cave? So that'd be kind of not this way, but east would be kind of over here, right? Well, let's help this person anyway. Yosh. So this cave, is there anything in the cave? Must be the ones right here he's talking about. So we've got this special technique that's pretty good. Let's try that out. Yeah, it's something that you definitely get used to, but one common construction you see is in like a kokuhaku scene, like a confession of love scene, where you'll say like, you've got the main character, right, and they're gonna confess love to this skeleton over there. So you say like, Kimi no koto suki, daisuki. So like, I love you, basically. But often you'll say, not just I like you, you'll say anata no koto. So like, basically like, the basic idea is like, I like you, but kind of like things about you is the basic vibe. But yeah, it's something you kind of get used to. And I feel like explaining it is kind of challenging, to be honest. So yeah, my advice is often expose yourself to more Japanese. These types of subtleties start to make more sense. But yeah, good example there. Kimi no koto daisuki. Very common kokuhaku language there. Language of confessing your love. You'll see in many manga and anime. So we got those guys. Hopefully we save this guy. Who else? Guy's pretty strong. Yosh. By the way, another cool thing about these games, when you're playing a game in Japanese, you get so much repetition of like menus. So all these words start to become pretty familiar. Words like kogeki, attack, jumon, spell, bogyo, defense, sakusen, technique. All these words become quite familiar. You just kind of get used to things. That's the key with the language. Just get used to it. Expose yourself to it. You get used to it. That's kind of what it's all about. So that's kind of why we do what we do here. If you just kind of hang out around the language, you get more used to it. You start to see how things feel, how they fit together. It becomes kind of less scary. It lowers the bar. You just kind of get used to it. That's the key. Yeah, like Kit says here, this word to fight, tatakao, is second nature now because of Kingdom Hearts. I'm guessing that means Kingdom Hearts. That's the first game I played in Japanese, actually, is Kingdom Hearts 2. Pretty good games for Japanese. Yeah, Kelly says half of learning a language is getting used to it. Maybe more than half. I agree with maybe more than half. I think you could argue most of a language is just getting used to it. I mean, it kind of is a matter of how you define it, but yeah, I think that's well put. Ooh, and here we have General Greg. I think I have even more respect for him now that I know like he was the voice of the guy in One Piece. He's also a detective. That probably doesn't garner much respect because he's not a great detective in Detective Conan. But that guy is a great warrior in One Piece. So he must be a pretty good knight. So get down. Whoa.
Yeah! Top!
So yeah, stay alert, basically. Ooh, are we gonna have a new party member, finally? It's true, Tebby. It's true. Yeah, this guy's... I don't know... How did I not recognize his voice at first? His voice is so familiar now. So it's Sugiwa. So next... Good word here. Sugi means next. Omae ni kamau yoyu wa nai. So next I can't just keep worrying about you. Kuruzo. They're coming. This is a bonding time. Our two heroes. Nani. Oh no, do they have like a boss type character? Yeah, Jay. Yep, pretty much. At least in that context it was, yeah.
その体験、その強さ、貴様がグレイグか。マグン司令殿の言う通りだな。バカ正直で間抜けなつらいよ。
So that great sword, that strength, it must be you, General Greg. I don't know, maybe he's not a general anymore. But anyway, yeah, I heard this from the general, the monster general. You foolishly honest, your foolish face. Haha. Okay.
貴様を仕留めれば褒美はたんまりだ。魔軍司令殿は気前がいいぞ。
So if I take you down, I'll get a reward. We're not gonna let that happen.
お前たち何をボケっとしている。
So what are y'all standing around for? Let's kill General Greg. Yeah, kind of strange. I don't want that shield. So it looks like right now we can only control ourselves. I'm wondering, just to be safe, maybe we should keep our mana for healing. Let's see how just normal attack goes. And let's take down some of these guys surrounding first, maybe. Yeah, this is a good game. I don't think you can attack undead with healing in this game, but I could be wrong on that. Huh, so I was wasting all that magic points before, because I can kill that thing in just 2 normal attacks. Oh well. And we just got healed by General Greg. Oh.
Yep.
That's helpful.
Up top! No.
Wait, did they just bring back another enemy? If so, that's not so good. Probably good to heal. So again, your spells are right here. Jumon. Spells. Let's find a good one. The green ones can heal. Let's do a big heal.
Yep. Minani, mamori yo.
June, that's a good question. I think someone in chat can probably answer that for you. It's in the ballpark, but not exactly. Yeah, there you go. Oh, come, is wolf. You need the O and it's a long O. Yeah, I think it's time to start taking some people down. Let's do this technique. Huh, just seems like that thing has high defense. Good. Yeah, I think he pierces through defense, so that's nice. Let's try this attack. Ooh, that was not bad. I think that guy has high defense too with his talking shield. Yep. Wonder if magic might be a bit better. Let's try some magic for fun. Yeah, a bit better. Yosh. Think we're getting there. Think we want to heal though. We can.
Yep.
Yosh. Getting low on mana. Let's stick to our attack.
これを
No, maybe let's just do some spells. Let's kill this guy. Yeah, the words at the bottom, all words we've learned so far on Japanese Quest. It's just so you can see the journey we've had so far, and you can see some of the keywords you need in Japanese in general and for Japanese games. So these are words from previous games we played. Specifically right now, it's probably from Breath of the Wild. So very useful words. The hope is anyone can come in and chat, relax, learn some new words in Japanese. You learn one word, your power level goes up by 1. Your power level is just how many words you know in a language. So yeah, relax, see a word, learn a word. The hope is these words are very useful words, and they can plant seeds in your mind of maybe learning a new word. That's why it's even written in Romaji, in case you don't know hiragana. Even people for the first time might see a word, the word for sword is ken. Ken, that's kind of easy. Okay. So yeah, there's the word for sword. Level up, that's what we do. And yeah, by the way, I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do here, we level up in the game, we level up in real life in Japanese. That's the goal. Hey, did we win? I totally missed that we won. Okay. We somehow won. Bebop, welcome. Is Rocksteady with you, or is it just Bebop? Just curious. It would be so, like, everything would be right with the universe if there was some Rocksteady that just joined right now, but I know that would be too good to be true. So do we need to give these points? Yeah, we have a lot of points. No Rocksteady, just Bebop. That's okay, Bebop's cool. I think... Yeah, Bebop's cool. He's the one who's like more like a boar, right? Rocksteady's cool though, because he's like a... I forgot how to say animals in English. What is Rocksteady? He's like a rhino, right? I'm talking about Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to any Turtles game, unfortunately. I just like Ninja Turtles from back in the day. All right, let's see. Especially Bebop and Rocksteady, they're just kind of awesome. Okay, so where were we? We're kind of working on this area here. We want to unlock Sword Dance, which is right there. Very nice skill. Yeah, I feel like I momentarily forgot the word for the animal that Rocksteady was, but I think he's like a rhinoceros, right? So, Ohio, could you share the image of the games that you made a path for each JLPT level? Yeah, I could share that, I think, for a bit. Haven't showed it for a while. Kind of a cool map, and I put a lot of work into it, so I might as well show it once in a while. So yeah, check out this map. This is Video Game Japan. I've changed it a bit over time. But basically, what we do here, we started with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We played some Celeste, Super Mario, Harry Potter 1 in Japanese, of course. Breath of the Wild, Stardew Valley in Japanese. We played the Mana series, which is Seiken Densetsu in Japanese. And we are now on Dragon Quest XI. We also played Dragon Quest 1 a bit ago. And as we progress through Video Game Japan, we'll also progress in another Japan that I'll show you in a minute. Less than a minute. Right now. Check it out. So this is Japanese language Japan. N5, N4, N3, all the way up to N1. We can level up in the game, and as we do that, we'll level up in the language as well. N1 is the highest level of the JLPT. I passed that level about 6 years ago. Then I became a Japanese teacher, and now what we do here is we learn Japanese from Japanese games. Switch back to Video Game Japan. By the way, these games, they may change. These are just some ideas of some games we may play. We'll see what we actually play. I can tell you some have a higher chance because I own Ace Attorney on Switch. I own Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive on Switch. Those may be some that we do play. But we'll see. These can change with your input too. Let's go back to the game.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Yeah. Secret end boss is Okinawa? Possibly. What capture card? Some kind of El Gato capture card, not sure which one. But yeah, some kind of El Gato capture card. And yeah, probably more likely would be the OG one because that's the one I own. On Switch, I own that game too. For Final Fantasy VII. Okay, so everyone retreat, retreat, run away.
グレイグ様、王がお呼びです。あなたも共に。
So General Greg, the king is calling you, along with the hero here, along with Akira. Understood. We'll be right there. It's kind of nice when you're playing Japanese games, and sometimes you just get a very short sentence, just a few words. Sometimes I like to take the moment to look at those words, because you can just break them down and see them very clearly. So, wakatta, understood. Past tense with ta. Sugu means soon, so suguni means quickly, so suguni iku. So I'll be right there, I'll be going right now. Yeah, the new FF7 is too anime for my liking. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I played the new FF7. I thought it was pretty good. I was impressed. I thought I would not like it, to be honest, as much anyway. But it was quite good. The main bad thing about it is it stopped way too early. Like, I kind of thought they'd add a lot of filler, but really it was not filler. It felt all of a piece. It felt pretty solid, I thought. But I like the original as well, and it's a very different experience. Both are good, in my opinion. Yeah, my brother owns the new version. That's the one I played. But unfortunately, that one just had Japanese voices, not Japanese text, so I don't own the Japanese text, which would be a problem for Japanese Quest, because we always like Japanese Quest text here. Yeah, it really was kind of a new story, a new feel for the characters, and I felt like it was a good amount of stuff they added. Ah, yeah, nice. I think I might have seen that same streamer, potentially. Chrono Trigger stream. Cool. So let's go back to the king. So General Greg went back to the ford. Let's go back there too. We can see the king. King is waiting at his tent. Sometimes we don't read every thing out loud. Sometimes you can just get a sense of it. If you're playing a Japanese game, I recommend choose your battles. Don't always read every single kanji that you see. Sometimes certain quests you can kind of rush through. Don't need to always read every line of dialogue. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's kind of too bad we have to wait so long for another installment. Do you ever use text hookers or OCRs? I do not, but I do recommend them. Especially, I don't know if they're still in chat, but earlier Chalk was here, the creator of Game to text. Game to text I highly recommend. When I was coming up learning Japanese, they were not really as good as they are now, but now, if I was learning Japanese for the first time, I would definitely use game to text. It's OCR, where you can like make a box around the text, and then you can learn the words. You can look up the words easily using a tool like Yomi-chan or Rikai-kun. Yeah, it's one that's especially made for games. It's quite good, so I recommend checking it out. Okay, so where are we? We're going down. Why did I think we're going up? Yeah, and still we're at the point where no OCR with games is going to be perfect usually. But of the best I've seen for right now is that one. It's got a few different OCRs you can choose from in the program. And right, that's true too. Some games that have furigana can be more aimed at kids sometimes, but that can be very helpful, like this game. Originally, it did not have furigana for the original release on PlayStation 4, but now this version on Switch does have furigana, which is very useful. Saigo no Toride, the final fort. That's where we are. We might as well save here. Yeah, I've seen that game. I'd say that game, Japanese-wise, is on the trickier side. A lot of philosophical and a lot of like military-type lingo. Maybe that's the original Nier that I'm thinking of, though, but it might be similar. Or maybe that one is the original, but it's like a remake. I'm not totally sure on that series, but in any case, from what I've seen from the Nier series, yeah, it's kind of a bit challenging. So you hear a voice, and now we can pray and save the game. Right, the new one's a remake. But chronologically, does it come before the other one? I don't really know. Have not played those games yet. I did play the demo a bit. Ooh, I think our mom is here. Gotta talk to our mom. It was just Mother's Day after all yesterday. So I knew you would not lose to those monsters. Saisho kara wakatteta. So I knew from the beginning, Saisho is beginning, so Saisho kara, from the beginning, I knew you would not lose. Makenai. I knew you'd not lose to those monsters. Okay, so Nier Replicant is earlier in the series. Good to know. I found Pokemon quite difficult. Yeah, sometimes having more kanji is difficult. I think you can usually choose the option, though, to play with kanji if you want. Or with hiragana. At least with the newer ones. Yeah, like Kit said. It's true, I often talk about how kanji at first seems very challenging. I mean, if you just look at them, they're fairly complicated, but over time, it becomes much easier to read with kanji. That's the kind of strange thing. Game grammar! is rating with 36. Welcome very much to Game Grammar. And yeah, Game Grammar, let me show you our new ability. We now have the ability to shout out other channels. So let everyone shout out Game Grammar. Check them out. Japanese teacher teaching Japanese through Japanese games exactly like we do here. So check out Game Grammar, awesome streamer. Game Grammar also was the OG. I consider them the OG of teaching Japanese through Japanese games. They've been around since, I think, 2014 doing that, before almost anyone else. We started 2018. So yeah, try our new shoutout command. Exclamation point, shoutout, and then Game Grammar. Although, to be honest, we have one easier for Game Grammar. You can just do exclamation point, GG, and because Game Grammar is so awesome, I made their custom own shoutout function. So yeah, if you just do exclamation point Game Grammar, it will link to their channel. Or if you do exclamation point Game Grammar, write the whole thing, that will work too. And I had to make one for Game Grammar because Game Grammar is what it's all about. At least what we're all about here. So thank you from Game Grammar, thank you for the dragon, thank you for the sub. So yeah, check them out, Game Grammar. They teach Japanese through Japanese games just like we do. They've got a bit more of a grammar angle on it. But they do some awesome teaching-only streams, too, which we don't do so much here. I was going to maybe do it, but then Game Grammar started doing it. I thought, don't really want to do it, so they can just do it. They're doing an awesome job. So yeah, check them out. Sometimes they teach just straight-up lessons on different Japanese grammar, and they do a very good job. So check out Game Grammar. Awesome channel. Check them out. Okay, let's go this tent. Right now, we are going to see the king. He Majin, welcome.
この度の
And thank you
働
for
き
the
見事
host.
であった。グレイグ、そして勇者よ。
Yokoso, Japanese Quest away. So welcome to Japanese Quest, everyone who's just joined, some new party members. So just to tell everyone what we do specifically, so I'm a Japanese teacher. I teach Japanese in the classroom normally, but here we learn Japanese through Japanese games. What we do, we put new words up here, and then our power level goes up. So we power up word by word by word, one word, power level goes up by one. That's what we do. The goal, of course, over 9,000. Conveniently, 9,000 is fluency in a language, so that's the goal. And today, let's see if we can get closer to 3,000. Anyone can add words here. This list is shared where it says power level or level up on the Twitch page. So, yeah, let's go. Meant to just follow, misclicked. No, that's good. Now we're hosted by you too. That's good. So yeah, welcome all the new party members. Let's go. So you did a great job. Migoto means great job. General Greg, that's you. And also the hero, Akira. By the way, my name is Akira Sensei. Let's go.
お前たちのその強さを見て、わしは確信した。この地に光を取り戻す戦いを今こそ仕掛ける時だとな。
Okay. So watching your strength just now on the battlefield, washi wa kakushinshita. I am now sure. This word here, kakushin, first kanji kind of means confirming something. Second kanji means believing something. So I am now sure. This could be a new word we add to our new words, potentially, if we want to power up. So, what is he sure of? Let's find out. So, kono chi ni hikari o. So, bringing light back to this dark world. The world was kind of destroyed. So, the key word here is hikari, light. So, I think the fight to bring the light back, now is the time.
魔物の巣窟と化したデルカダール城に潜入し、常闇を生む魔物を打ち倒す。お前たちにこの作戦を任せたい。
Okay. So, omae tachi ni. So, to you, I entrust this strategy. Kono sakusen. Sakusen is strategy. makasetai. So I want to give this strategy to you. So this turned up green. That means it's a duplicate, so it's not new. That's okay. It's a good review. At Japanese Quest, Tim asks a question. I'm not sure what your question means. I might have missed the context of it. And so what's the strategy? The strategy is Derukurajo ni Senyushi. So to sneak into the castle, to infiltrate the castle, and to defeat those monsters. Mamono o Uchitasu. In other words, take his castle, take it back. What's the meaning? I don't know if we see that in the game, but I mean, it means ruins, right? Haikyo, ruins. I don't think we saw that in the game, did we? Or was it down here? I'm not sure what the context is.
お言葉ですが、王よ。
まあ聞け。わしとて無策ではない。どうにか敵に一矢報いる手はないかと、密かに城を探らせておったのだ。
Okay, so those monsters quietly have infiltrated the castle.
報告によれば、デルカダールの丘の崖上にデルカダール城内に潜入できる地下水路への道を見つけたらしい。
Okay, this is the key of the strategy now. So the key of this strategy, we have an underground kind of canal or a waterway. We can use that. So chika means underground, and then suido means like a canal or a waterway. So chika suido e no michi. So there's a path. Michi is path. So we found a path. Mitsuketarashi. So according to reports, we found this path. You can use that to sneak into the castle. And it's on a hill, on a cliff above the castle. So let's sneak in there. Ah, yeah, we jumped from there before.
城の中へ入るにはあの道しかない。この鍵で地下水路から城内へ忍び込むのだ。そなたに預けよう。
Okay, to enter there is... that path is the only way. So with this key, you can enter that water passage into the castle. So I'll leave this key to you. The key word here is key. Kagi. Key. Kono kagi. So this key, kono kagi de. So with this key, you can get through that waterway to the castle. So let's do it. Ano michi shika nai. That is the only path. When you see shika, it's usually going to have a negative after it. Might say always it's going to have a negative after it. So ano michi shika nai. So that is the only path. There is no other. Sweet, we have gained this key. The key of the castle. Derukararu no kagi. Derukararu no.
王よ。私は反対です。その間、砦の指揮は誰が取るのです。
Yeah, I keep hearing this voice now. I keep thinking of this guy from One Piece now when I hear it, because he sounds very much like he did in that One Piece show. Probably voiced this character around the same time, roughly. So, King. I am opposed to that. Hantai desu. Hantai is to be against something. So during that time, the command of this fort, who will do it if it's not us? Ooh, we added some new words where I did not notice. So we're using this waterway, this canal. Suido, good word. Power level's gone up to 2956. Let's make that power level go up. Look at the bottom right, power level now rising. Yosh.
我らの留守に攻め入られれば、ここは魔物の餌場と同じですぞ。
So if we're gone and we get attacked, you'll be a bunch of sitting ducks. That's my localization. But actually what we see in Japanese is Mamono no esaba to onaji. So esa is like food or like bait. So you will basically become the prey of all these monsters if we leave.
そこを利用するのだ。魔物がここを攻めている間であれば、城内の警備は手薄になろう。
Huh, so we'll use that. If they attack, that means that they will have lighter defense on their castle.
今こそデルカダール城に潜む常闇を生む魔物を打ち払うのだ。さすれば再び我らに朝を取り戻せるだろう。
So now especially is the time to take down the darkness that is in the castle. Now is the time to bring back the morning. Yeah, that's a big way to frame it. Asa, morning. So we can finally bring back the morning. We have eternal night right now with this darkness. Asa o torimurosu. We can bring back the sun, bring back the morning.
しかし私はこれ以上民を失うわけにはいかない。
But I can't lose anyone else. It seems like this this voice actor really specializes in kind of knights that have a very strong sense of duty. He's a voice specialist for that very particular character. Plus bad detectives like in Conan, I guess, because he plays the main detective there, Kogoro. So a bit of a different role. Guess he's got a few specialties.
だからこそお前にこの作戦を頼むのだ。お前しかいない。
So that is exactly why I must give you this mission. There is no one else. Omae means you. Omae shikai nai. There is no one else. There is only you.
このまま夜だけが続けば人の心も失われよう。
So if the night keeps going on, people's hearts will be lost. It's quite a belt buckle.
なあに案ずるな。わしはこの数ヶ月の間を思い知らされた。我が民は強く優しさに満ちて何よりも勇敢だ。
Yeah, it's true, June. It's fun to recognize voice actors just by listening to them. And you have a sense that if you can tell someone's voice, you know you're getting some sense of listening to that language as well. And it's true. I think he might have gained more charm with the voice change, because he had a voice change 500 episodes in. So yeah, don't worry, I've learned in these few months how strong all of these people here are. How brave they are. How friendly they are. Nani yori mo yukanda. And more than anything, so nani yori means more than anything really. Nani is what, yori kind of means like, so more than anything, they are brave. So don't doubt them.
一晩だ。一晩持ちこたえれば我らの勝利ぞ。砦はわしが守る。
Okay, so this is a good line. And the king's kind of showing he's really leading now. He's being a king. I'm not going to break this down yet. I'm going to take a quick break here. But try to read that. Try to break it down if you want to translate it in chat even. That could be a challenge. And if there's some new words, we can add some new words here. So the Japanese quest will be back after a short break. Breaks are important learning a language. So we take breaks from time to time. Let's see. Japanese quest will be back. Itakimasu. Okay, Japanese quest is back. Let's go. Tadaima. Alright. Yeah, good translation here, I think. Hitoban. Just one night. If we can hold out for just one night, we will have won. Warera no shori. So we will protect the fort. Yeah, good translation. And we got some new words too. Looks good. The word for victory. Shori. So victory will be ours if we can hold out just one night. Power level is now 2957. Let's make that go up. So yeah, nice translations for those who tried it. Looks good to me. Yosh.
任せたぞ。そなたらは我らの希望じゃ。
I leave it to you. You are our hope. This is a common theme we keep seeing, especially in these dark times in this game. Kibo, hope. So who is our hope? You are our hope. Sa, ikimashou. Yeah, Kelly, you are right. Names in kanji, Japanese names are still like my weakness. When I read Japanese books, names mess me up quite a bit. And I think it's not just me. Japanese people have trouble with names too. Okay, so we took a rest. And then, yeah, with the help of the king, we took a rest. And then the time to depart has come. Shupatsu no toki ga kita. The time to depart has come. Let's go. Let's save the world. Noni. They're singing about this morning they hope comes. Asa ga kita, asa ga kita. Warera o terasu ashita e no hikari. The light until tomorrow. No, depending on the name, if it's more uncommon, I think that could be pretty common for some more uncommon names. If you see like Tanaka, that you're probably not going to see Furigana. Because it's so common, you just see it everywhere. Like Smith in English, even more common probably though. Like Tanaka. Probably don't need Furigana, but for like a complicated kanji, yeah, you would definitely see a reading. Just like when I read Japanese books, often you'll see how the name is read at first, but then they won't show you later on, so you like have to remember it. Because reading Japanese names is hard for Japanese people too sometimes, depending on the name. Oh yeah? Yep, very common name. Tanaka. Might as well go to church, pray before the battle. In other words, save the game. Hai. Oinori o suru. Means let's pray and save our game. Wow, almost 120 hours. That's pretty long. This is one game you can get a lot of gameplay out of, especially if you're playing and teaching a language through it. Or learning language through it. I know I saw some people play through the whole game already because of Japanese Quest, even though we're not through it. Some people finish the game because of us, which is kind of inspiring to me. Anyone here try playing this game in Japanese at all? I know some people have. It's a good game. Too bad though now that the demo is no longer out there for free. You can't find the demo anymore. I don't think.
Yeah.
Whereas before the Switch demo was just there for free and it was a super long demo. Don't know why they had to remove it. Ah, cool. Yeah, that's fair. A lot of great games out there. It's too bad there's not a free demo anymore. It's a good game. It's too bad, too, you need the Japanese version of this game. You can't get just the English version because it will not have the Japanese text, which is also too bad. So we're still all alone. Where is... Oh, there he is. I was about to say, where is General Greg? Ah, nice! Your Xenoblade 2 videos motivated me to finish Xenoblade 1. Yeah, we should really go to Xenoblade 1 on Japanese Quest sometime, because I do have it. It's a good game. And the cool thing about that game too, it has English and Japanese. You don't need to buy both like you do with Xenoblade 2 in this game. Yeah, that's fair. A better first game would be Yokai Watch, like you said. Cool. You've been playing more games in Japanese since this stream. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Now I specifically play games for Japanese. That's awesome. Yeah, to me that's kind of the key. I feel like if you're going to play games anyway, you just switch your games to Japanese. Think of how much more you'll learn if you just do it kind of for fun. And yeah, it can be hard to make that switch, but it can make it all the difference. Really? You beat this game in Japanese? That's awesome. But watched it in English? Very cool. Nice. I started fully my first Japanese game because of you. What game was that, by the way? Akira! It's your mom.
グレイグ様、お願いです。少しだけ息子と話をさせて。
Please, General Greg. Can I talk a little bit to my son? Of course you can talk to your son. We're probably... Well, we might die. Of course we can talk.
手短にな。
So yeah, make it short. Ooh, nice game. Yeah, very good game. I own that game too on Switch. Recommend it. Ni no Kuni, great game. The second one's good too. I just beat the second one over the weekend actually. Finally. I had been playing it and hadn't beaten it for a long time, but finally beat that game, the second game. And you know, they're both really good.
Iku no ne.
Iku no ne. So you're going, aren't you?
何があってもへこたれるんじゃないよ。グレイグ様と助け合ってしっかりお役目を果たしてくるんだよ。
So no matter what happens, don't get down on anything. You and General Greg, you can help each other, and you can complete your mission. Dune. I'm gonna say Dune. Welcome, Dune. I was sad that movie got pushed back. Anyone want to see that movie Dune? think that could be a pretty cool movie, but I think I got pushed back a year. When's that coming out now, Dune? I'm not sure. And I realize that may have nothing to do with your name.
母さんも年か
Yeah,
ね
they made a new Dune movie.
あたりがこう暗くっちゃあんたの顔も見えやしない。
Yeah, I really am excited to see the movie. I've never read the book. I one time bought the book on tape and like listened to it in my car, but then I realized I bought it's embarrassing. I bought like a later Dune. I didn't realize there's like a whole bunch of Dunes at the time. So I bought like House Harkonnen, like a different Dune book. I still listened to it, but it made no sense because it was not the first Dune. That was a great fail. That was many years ago. And so yeah, your mom, I've been getting old, and now that it's become dark, I can't see your face so well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie too.
だからお願いだよ。
So please,
今度は太陽の下であんたの顔をよく見せとくれ。
so please let me see your face again under the sun. 太陽の下、太陽 sun, 下 under, で marking the place of action. So under the sun, let me see your face well again. So 顔をよく見せてくれ。It's like my eyes aren't so good, so I can't see you so well in this darkness. Please let me see you again in the light.
時間がない。行くぞ。
There is no time. 行くぞ。Let's go.
息子をよろしくお願いいたします。
Please take care of my son.
リタリフォン、ご婦人を砦へ送ってやれ。
Okay, take her back to the fort. Sa. Boken Shioze. It's time for the adventure. So don't worry about your mother and the others at the fort. The king will protect them. So our mission is to go to that waterway, sneak into the castle, and defeat these monsters. Let's do it. Like, all this text is messing up my Ikuzo moment. I want to just, like, run forward, have an adventure. So, yeah, let's go. For now, though, we're going to Michibiki no Kyokai ni Ikuzo. Let's go to the church of the guiding church, the church of guidance. Michibiki means to, like, guide. So let's go there, make that a base, and then we can find that waterway. I was wondering what the reference was. My name is a reference to a brand of shortbread. Shortbread cookies, if you were talking about me. Yeah, I realized that I just completely took that Dune and went in a weird direction. So, interesting, a brand of shortbread cookies. Well, welcome. But yeah, that Dune movie, in addition to cookies, is something to be aware of. Now I'm imagining a scene, eating shortbread cookies on a desert planet. Dune's about a planet covered entirely by deserts. I think Star Wars kind of ripped it off, starting in a desert planet. All sci-fi, a lot of sci-fi kind of ripped it off, so it's okay. Very influential. So here, that's where we're going. And I guess that means we can probably save here then. This is the church. Yeah, that sounds good too. By betrothed. Eat shortbread cookies under the world tree. With Voldemort. You missed last time. I was calling your guy all kinds of names because I could not remember the name Mortigan. I was saying Voldemort, Sauron, Gargamel from Smurfs, all kinds of different names, because they're all just kind of villains that, to me, kind of blend together. They're the big bad. In some ways, they all borrow bits of each other, I feel like. So yeah, it is time to defeat the Jabberwocky. Anyone know what that reference is from? I'm reading a Japanese book right now called Penguin Highway, and they have something called the Jabberwocky Forest in it. It's in Japanese, so it's Jabberwoku no Mori. Another classic villain slash monster is the Jabberwocky. As a kid, the Jabberwocky always scared me. I'd watch this TV special of Alice in Wonderland with my brother. At that scene, I had to leave the room. The Jabberwocky was just too scary for me. But now, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. We've leveled up. We can take on the Jabberwocky. James, konbanwa. Good evening, James. Good to see you. Let's find some more Japanese words inside this castle. I think we have to go up here. What are these guys all about? Question from Callie and Kanji. Any tips for reading being overwhelmed? Do you recommend looking everything up? Ooh. Do you ever need to reread chapters or recommend it? That's a good question. I've kind of answered it before, so I might lead on this old tweet I've made. If someone want to do like the Twitter command, !Twitter. Let's check out quick our Twitter page maybe. And let me do a quick search up there. And let's see. It's a good question. So let's do a search. And I will do @JapaneseQuest. And then a reading. So I've done a number of tweets about reading, so let's jump over there. The browser cam. Japanese Quest reading. Yep, the problem is I need to not have a space there, I think. Okay, so I recently retweeted this one because it's a very popular one. If you want reading sources, this one's really good because you can find 43 websites with free reading material. Doesn't really answer the question though, but check that out. Over 1,000 likes on that one. If you want, you can post some of these in our Discord as well. Might be easier to find. Also though, yeah, this is the one. This thread. I often hear the question, when you start reading Japanese, do you have to look up every word? My suggestion, read in the way that will get you to read more. I had 3 modes that helped me. You can kind of make your own modes, but these are 3 suggestions. So standard mode, guess unknown words and keep moving. Look up words that seem important. This is kind of the main mode that I always normally do. So just guess unknown words that seem important, but in general keep moving. Don't look up every word. But these other modes can help too. Sometimes you're feeling more lazy. Sometimes you're feeling more like you want to look up everything. So also for fun, and to keep momentum, switch reading modes between intensive reading mode, which is look up every word. Sometimes maybe I start with that mode, look up everything. But also, you can do extensive reading mode, which means look up no words, see how far you can get, just keep reading, just have fun, and just go fast as you can. In the end, it's all about finding a balance that works best for you to keep reading, and that's the key. And the other key is to find the best content that keeps you reading too. So I put some content here, graded readers, etc. And I recommend also Kino's Journey. I often recommend Kino's Journey, Kino no Tabi, probably around N3, N2 to start. Recommend it, 20 volumes, so tons of content. But yeah, find the content that works for you, find the method that works for you, and then yeah, switch it up. Kind of change your strategy. That's my recommendation. And we saw this again. So yeah, why don't we just do a retweet, quote tweet. Well, let's retweet it. This came up today again, live on Japanese Quest. Good tips to remember for getting started with reading Japanese. So let's retweet that if you want to find it. You can find it on our Twitter page now. Let's retweet it, and let's go to our profile. If you want to follow us, you can follow us here. The reason we have a Twitter, for Japanese, Twitter is really good. So many people have a Japanese Twitter account. You can follow lots of Japanese people. And yeah, you can find this tweet here if you want, retweet it. If you want, retweet it. We can spread this knowledge, because it can be really helpful having these 3 modes, and there are more modes. You can reply to this and suggest more modes here. What helps you read Japanese? Reply here. We can find some more info. Sweet. Broken Fool, thank you for the retweet. Let's go back to the game.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about
Yep,
his
Kelly,
power
you are
level?
welcome. What about grammar? I feel my vocab is good, but still don't understand the main idea. Yeah, good question. My biggest tip for grammar might seem like not a great answer, but to me it's the answer. And the key for me for grammar is just exposing yourself to enough Japanese content over time. Listening, reading, over time, you get used to grammar. That's how Japanese kids learn it. That's how you learn English grammar. You learn it naturally. It's kind of an organic process over time by getting lots of input. I think that's the way to do it. However, there are some guides that can be helpful too. So I recommend some popular grammar guides can be good too. Like, for example, a free one that's popular, Take Him, can be helpful. Some books can be very helpful too for grammar. I often have shown them. Let me quickly show them again, because these are good questions that apply to a lot of people. So very quickly, let me show you some good options that are books. Let's see here. So this book here, Making Sense of Japanese, is a pretty small book, but a very good framework for how basic grammar works in Japanese. It's got the best chapter on the difference between wa versus ga that's cited all the time in arguments about that issue. So what the textbooks don't tell you. So some textbooks can help too if you want basic grammar, like Genki has pretty good basic grammar explanations. This one's good for what the textbooks don't tell you for a basic grammar framework. For a really good grammar dictionary, this one is the best. At least most people seem to think so. A dictionary of basic Japanese grammar. There's also an intermediate one, advanced one. I have those too, but I'm showing this one because this is the one you need. A really, really good grammar foundation. Just read the book front to back. It's got all the grammar you need. for beginning grammar. Highly recommended. Great examples, great explanations, really good guide. And yeah, the guides though you can find for free online, like Take Him, can be quite good too. So check those out. Let's go back to the game.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Exactly. The key is that, like, eventually, if you expose yourself to enough of a language, just like it is in English maybe for you, like, you don't think about the grammar, you just know it. It becomes natural, it becomes intuitive. So the goal really is expose yourself to so much Japanese that eventually you get used to the grammar. You naturally start to just get a sense of the grammar. That's the key. Yeah, that's true. Stan, yeah, glad we could be helpful. That's what we're here for. So please ask questions, answer questions. We are here to be as helpful as we can for Japanese learning. Yeah, if you think about grammar in English, you might not know that much about English grammar. You might not be able to explain it, but you can simply use it. You simply know it. That's what you want to go for in Japanese too. Expose yourself enough that you just get used to it. And by the way, welcome, thank you for the dragon. Subscribe. Arigato. Thank you very much for the sub. The hype for Japanese learning is rising. And that's a big reason we do this stream too, just get used to being around Japanese, being around learning Japanese. You can get used to all that and hopefully make it fun. If you start to think of Japanese learning as something relaxing and fun by watching this stream, I will have accomplished my goal. Nani? Oh no. The flying monkeys, like the Wizard of Oz.
魔物たちが砦の方角に飛んでいく。我々にできるのは信じることだけか。
So the monsters are going in the direction of the fort. All we can do now is believe. 我々に, so to us, 我々にできるのは, so this no here makes this verb into a noun. So all we can do now is believe. 信じることだけ. Dake, only. So only. We just gotta believe.
ぐずぐずしている暇はない。先を急ぐぞ。
So we don't have time to dilly-dally. That's a weird English. I think I don't normally say dilly-dally, so my mouth didn't form it properly. So yeah, we don't have time to mess around. Let's hurry. So earlier in the game we saw Guzu by itself. I think Veronica called Serena Guzu, so she's like kind of a slow person. But I was kind of thrown off by it at the time because usually you see it like this. Guzu Guzu. Two at a time. No time to dilly-dally. No time to be slow. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like you're right, Kelly. Some parents, I think, definitely do say that a lot. I clearly am not a parent because it just did not come naturally out of my mouth. So should we climb the cliff? Gake o noborimasu ka? Would you like to climb the cliff? Here's the word for cliff. Gake, cliff, good word. And Jimmy Jibbs, welcome. New party member just in time to climb this cliff. Let's do it. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, Betrothed, but in a way, this is kind of the key to language learning. You say, I got it somewhere close to being right despite not studying at all. That's kind of what you want. You want to be as close, you want to be close to being right despite not really formally studying it all. In other words, just have fun with the language, expose yourself to it, and then you'll get closer and closer to being right, and then eventually you just get used to it. And that's really the goal. Don't always worry about being right, but you want to be in the ballpark of being right. Get used to it, and then you should be good. You should be good. Yeah, good question. We have a katakana command, because this question often comes up. But yeah, in general, in this game, katakana is often used kind of to emphasize a certain word, possibly. Or possibly for stylistic reasons, and you can see it's got other uses as well. Katakana is very common in games, especially. So do we want to go this way? Not totally sure where we want to go right here. The old konnichiwa. I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, anyone here for the first time? I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. And yeah, the reason we do it, it's pretty fun. We find that learning Japanese from the game can make the game more fun. You can level up kind of in two ways. Level up in the game, level up in Japanese too. Why is there a dragon here? What's going on? I kind of feel like this is not where we need to be. LJ! Sorry, I know I think you said you didn't want to be called LJ before, but I think then you said you didn't care. I see your name, I think LJ, so I hope you're cool with that. So yeah, good weekend. How's your weekend? The old pink, I watched a few streams already. Sweet. Good to see you. Good to see you live. See, the cool thing when you're live, we feel like now we're connected through time and space in a more close way. It's a good feeling. So welcome, good to see you. We are now on the same path right now, the same journey. We are right now in the same party. Everyone here who's here right now is actually here on this journey in Japanese Quest. If you want to follow, we can have more party members too. And then some of these party members, they might leave and not be there every time, but then they can come back. We can see them further down the road. I just saw this movie over the weekend, Nomadland. Anyone see this movie? Won Best Picture. Got a free month of Hulu so I could see it. I might check out Akira on there too. They have that too. Nomadland, pretty good movie. And they talked in that movie about how one of the best moments in the movie, this guy who is a real nomad, kind of the leader of the nomads, he talked about how, like on the trail, when you say goodbye to someone, there is no final goodbye. You just kind of say, I'll see you on down by the road. And I kind of like that, and I realized we've been doing that for years now in Japanese Quest. Just, mata ne, see you later. See you later on by the road. It's never a final goodbye, really. We'll see you again. And even if someday it is a final stream, even then, it's not a final goodbye. I'll see you. I'll see you down the road somewhere. Japanese Quest will continue. And we'll see you on by the road. Down by the road. And I do recommend that movie, Nomadland, is quite good. A great picture of the US as well. Tons of beautiful photography. Sense of becoming a part of nature.
Yeah.
So I think now, finally... Really, we still can't control Hendrik. We can't control this other character still. I'm kind of surprised by that, but okay. So it seems like with the key we got from the king, we can open this room and break the 2 pots within. Ooh, strength seed. Let's use these seeds. Chikara. Power. Let's get some power. Yosh, power went up by 2. What else do we have here? Any more seeds? We have a skill seed, 4 of them. I think we're good. Yeah, thanks in chat for asking questions and answering questions. Looking good from what I can see. Yeah, true, our newest word, you can see that word there, the word for victory. Maybe somewhere in this passage we can find a new word somewhere too. A lot of monsters in here. Okay. Why do we have to be poisoned? That's the worst. Okay. I'm not even sure if we can heal the poison with our current party. BSK Brook, yokozo. Japanese festival, welcome. Thanks, Bird, for giving us a chance to heal if we want to. Let's see if we can top ourselves off. Did not cure the poison though, so yeah, we don't have that spell, I guess. But do we have an item for it? I think we do. At least a few. Yep. Antidote. Check it out. So, Doku, poison. Keshi, erase. And then soul is like an herb. So it's basically like an antidote. And Nakama Hitori. So one Nakama, one party member, you can cure poison. Let's do it. Yeah, I agree. Very kind, Bird, because we're messed up. Thank you, Bird. Let's see if he'll attack right away when we move. Yep. Funny. Okay. General Craig, what are you even doing? Creative username. That's a very creative username. It's maxed out at 999 in creativity. And welcome to Japanese Quest. It's been a long journey learning Japanese from Japanese games, and the journey is continuing. So welcome. I like how the party that we have on Japanese Quest, we have so many more characters than like any RPG game. We now have like almost 6,000 party members, and that's just on Twitch. We've got 4,000 plus more on YouTube, 2,000 on Twitter, or Twitch rather. Yeah, it's a good game. Good to see you, Creative. Good game to learn some Japanese from. That's what we do. I'm a Japanese teacher. We learn words from the game. We learn language from the game. We level up in the game. We level up in Japanese too. We again use the key to open this. Kenja no Seisui. So it's like holy water of the Kenja, which is like a mage. Probably gives you some mana. Ooh, so this is I think where we want to go. Chika Rogoku, underground prison. We were locked up there before, so let's go there again. And yeah, you're right, Creative. This is a great game. That's why we're playing it. No. Oh no, this guy's got poison again. Let's kill him quickly. Please don't poison me. Yosh. Yosh.
我らの勝利だ。
2 treasures. Slime jelly. More slime jelly. Okay. We're getting there. Run away from the bird. Cool, cool. Just remember, if you do want the game with Japanese text, you will need it to get the Japanese version. But I think if you get the game, you'll at least have Japanese voice if you get the English version. So just be aware of that. Make sure you check your options for which one you want. Just want people to know. Make sure they want the version that they want. I really wish they had all the languages and all the versions, but sadly for this game and some games, that's not the case. Nice. General Greg liked that, You liked that one? Yeah, it is too bad. Some games have it, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, those games have Japanese and English on all versions. This game, Xenoblade 2, another game we played, many games don't have Japanese text on the international version. I think it's probably because Japanese games are often more expensive. So they're kind of doing a soft region lock with the language to give more expensive games to Japanese customers and lock them in to Japan. It's too bad. Yeah, in Japan the games are often a bit more expensive. It depends though on the game. It depends on if there's sales, stuff like that. Sometimes they can be cheaper. Depends on the game. But often games like this, when they come out in Japan, they might be like $80 versus like $60 in the US, as an example. It's not just games. Movies in Japan are a lot more expensive. Movie here might be like $10. In Japan might be like $20. Can be like double. This playthrough makes me want to play Dragon Quest 8? Cool. You should. What would you recommend? I'm not sure what I remember. I don't know what this means. Bot? What does bot mean? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, do you mean Breath of the Wild? I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, for someone just starting, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I'd say it's about average in terms of difficulty. The good thing, it does have Furigana, So at least you have, same as this game, you have Furigana here. I'd say this game's probably a bit easier than Breath of the Wild overall. For one thing, it's got more voice lines, which is helpful and nice. And but both have Furigana, which helps a lot. Then at least you can look things up. But I'd say, yeah, some people mention some games that are even easier to start with. For example, Animal Crossing, maybe. Yokai Watch is often mentioned. It's a good first game. But really it boils down to what game you want to play. So if you want to play Breath of the Wild, if you have it already, yeah, give it a shot. See how you like it. Alright, so let's go straight ahead. Yeah, the real key for playing a game in Japanese, find a game you really want to play. That's the main thing. And just maybe like try it if you already own it, especially. Or get a demo and try it. Or watch a playthrough online. Search the name in Japanese, find a playthrough. Just peek at it, see what it looks like. See if it looks fun. Just try it. If you don't like it, try a different game. Like, I tried some games that were impossible when I started out. But I switched to easier games like Kingdom Hearts 2, so that was my first game. Then I switched to a game I loved, Final Fantasy X, and I did that game even though it was too hard. I just got through it because I loved the game. Yosh. Yeah, to be honest, June, I agree. This game's been pretty perfect for Japanese Quest. Because it's a good level, it's got good Furigana, it's a good game. And it's also, I mean, it's a quest. It's Dragon Quest for a Japanese Quest. It's very much, of all the games we played so far, it's probably the best for Japanese Quest. Because of some of the things we talked about. It's got Furigana, it's a great game, it's got a good voice. It's on the simpler side of all the games we've played so far. This is probably the best game to start with, and probably the best for Japanese Quest for that reason. Dragon Quest 3, it could be decent. It doesn't have voice like this game. I do like voice. It doesn't have Furigana. Just a bit harder, but if you want to play it, you could give it a shot. I would say this game, though, would be better if you had to choose between the two. I played a bit of the beginning of Dragon Quest 3. I'm a few hours in. And Japanese-wise, it's probably about similar to this game. The only difference is no Furigana, which makes it hard to look things up. No voice, which makes it hard to hear things. So I think we want to get to the castle up here, I believe. But let's save first down here. So what do we see here? What's going on here? Let's see if they got some treasure. Ooh, good thing we went in there. Good amount of gold. I wish we could take like all the candles too. And just start throwing them at monsters. Look how many candles they have. Sugoi. Hey! We got a monster. Yosh. Katta. Skill seed, not bad. Iron headgear. Let's see if that's any good. Okay, here we go. Here's our headgear. Ooh, it's better. Let's do it. Let's try this door here. JV, konnichiwa. Let's break some pots. That's our job. We got some Uma no Fun. Anyone remember what that is? I don't want to remember, personally. Uma means horse. It's a hint. Yeah, that's right, El. In the chat there. All the previous vocab we learned playing other games, you see at the bottom. And the reason it scrolls, these are really great foundational vocab words to learn for learning Japanese and for playing games in Japanese. These ones I think were from... I don't know which game those are from, to be honest. It may have been like a... Breath of the Wild, possibly? Yeah, that kanji's on the more rare side, yeah. But you will see it here and there. Wait a minute. I think we can save here. We can sleep here too. Let's try that. Height. Yeah, very true by Kelly. Fruit and vegetables often written in katakana. Okay, we saved here. I think we will leave the stream here today. Let's end the stream for today. Tomorrow, it will start again at the same time. And we'll start here in this underground prison, making our way into the castle. And then we will save the world. Is one kind of good in your opinion? I don't know, but I know other people like it. I know it's popular. And I know when we did a poll of all the best Japanese resources that exist, Wanikani won out of everything. Including Anki, including Genki, including Take Him, all of it. Wanikani was the winner. So yeah, it's gotta be pretty good. But again, I don't know all the facts because I have not used it myself. And I probably wouldn't have used it because I just think it moves slower than I would have wanted to move. That's my feeling about it, but I think it's good for a lot of people. Okay, so I will say, ja! Matane, I will see you later. See you next time. Tomorrow, the same time. That's a weird ma. Let's redo that ma. It got messed up by General Greg. So, ja! Matane, see you next time. Japanese Quest will continue. Anyone, if you want to follow, you can become a party member, and next time we'll level up more in Japanese. In Japanese, we'll level up more, maybe in life as well. So, ja! Matane, see you later. What's the cut? See you next time. And, yeah, let's find someone to host, too. We'd like to host other Japanese teachers and learners. So let's see who is out there right now. Let's host someone. Let's bring more hype to Japanese learning somewhere on the internet. Let's see. Right now, Wasef is streaming. Resident Evil Village. Ooh, that new game. Let's host them. Wasef, also a Japanese learner, learning Japanese from Japanese games and teaching some Japanese there too. So let's raid their channel. Let's get started. So the raid's about to start. Ja! Matane, Japanese Quest will continue. Same time tomorrow. See you then. Ja! Matane. Japanese Quest will continue.